Good morning. I've got 11 o'clock, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with this Monday morning live weather briefing. This is Allison, um, and I will be your guide today. All right, so up front, the things that have changed since the last forecast package. So we've got an increased fire danger statement out today for our Virginia and Maryland zones. And then on the marine side of things, the remaining gale warning was canceled, but there are small craft advisories in effect through this afternoon. Before I dive in on our presentation here, I just want to step you through kind of the weather pattern that we're looking at this week. So today we've got high pressure building in from the west. That'll be just kind of pushing east through the day and staying dry, staying breezy. And then tomorrow, or tonight rather, going into tomorrow, we've got high pressure in place. So again, dry, but a lot less breezy. And then tomorrow night and into Wednesday morning, we've got kind of this frontal system passing through, and that's going to bring us some chances for light rainfall. And then going into the weekend, maybe a little unsettled, a couple of chances for some light rain, but we don't really have too many specifics on that at the moment. All right, so let's dive into our presentation. All right, yeah, so there's that increased fire danger statement. That's in effect until 5 p.m. tonight. Since we've got really dry and breezy conditions, we've got that up. We did have a number of fire starts in the state yesterday, so maintaining watch for that. And there's a look at that relative humidity that we're expecting today. Very dry, relative humidities as low as the upper teens in the west today. I did want to go ahead and take a look at what our RHs look like already. So this is current relative humidity. So we're already seeing humidity values in the 20s, and then as the afternoon, as it warms up a little bit this afternoon, we'll probably see those drop out even more. So you can see on the right here with the hourly, or the 3 hourly rather, RHs, very dry today. And then tomorrow, still pretty dry, but not quite as much, not quite as dry as the last couple of days. And then with the winds, remaining pretty gusty today. And then tomorrow, much lighter. Okie dokie. Switching gears a little bit about when we can expect the next rainfall. So, as I mentioned a minute or so ago, looking at some rainfall chances Tuesday night, but not looking at a ton of accumulated forecast from that. Maybe up to half an inch across the north, to maybe a trace to a tenth across the south. So not a whole lot to speak of there. Definitely not a wetting rainfall. And this is just an overview of the next week. So today and tomorrow, staying on the chillier side, mostly in the 50s, and then we'll gradually start to warm up mid to late week going into the weekend with slightly warmer temperatures in the 60s, and then maybe even a few spots getting into the lower 70s for Friday and Saturday. A little cooler than on Sunday, but still pretty nice in the 60s. As far as the overnight lows, tonight's going to be pretty chilly. We're looking at, a few spots dropping into the 20s, but mostly in the 30s. And then after tonight, looking a little bit more on the milder side for the overnight lows. And then as far as precip goes, you can see Tuesday night highlighted, and then going into the weekend, see where we have a few chances for some lighter showers. Looking ahead to, I guess this would be Thanksgiving week, we're looking at above normal temperatures being favored and near to above normal precipitation. And I believe that does it for non-marine weather. Now we're switching to the marine stuff. So those gale warnings that we had for those northern coastal waters, those have come down, and now we've got small craft advisories in the bay and the coastal waters through this afternoon. Much more favorable conditions for tomorrow, Wednesday, and even Thursday. And then looking ahead to late week, we could see some gustier winds come back in. So these peak winds are probably capturing a little bit of what we had this morning, where it was a little gustier, and then as we get into the afternoon, start to see that gradually coming down, and then Tuesday and even Wednesday, we're looking at much lighter sub small craft advisory winds. But then as we get into Friday and Saturday, getting a little breezier again with gusts in the 20s. And as far as seas go, looking at those 3-4 foot waves in the bay, and around 5 feet, 4 or 5 feet in the coastal waters. But as those winds drop out, so will the waves, and we'll be down to 1 to 2 foot seas for the middle portion of the week. Alrighty, I will pause on this slide and take questions, but otherwise have a good week, and we'll talk to you on Thursday.